Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And now we don't usually trade on Fridays, but we got some wood in this trade, and we got some wood in the week, and we're going to let me adjust this thing. Okay, there we go. We're going to see if we can catch a little bit further down. I think it could be really interesting. That was pretty nasty off the top yesterday. Little volume off the top, 1 to 2% off the S&P. Off the NASDAQ. The Russell was distinctly stronger, which is causing a little bit of, I think it may have been a more of a dash for trash type thing. But we'll see. And we want to see if we can keep this alive going into the close because I think it could accelerate. But we need the VIX to wake up even more than it has. And we shall see. Otherwise, we're not going to do a whole lot of trading. We've had a decent week. We had more account volatility than we absolutely wanted to have, that's for sure. We did some mechanical trading there on Wednesday. Didn't do very well. We're able to rebound and now protect our profit and get to the clubhouse. Be sure to visit stockmarketcaddy.com. If you have any questions, you can punch them up. You can email us. Still have questions, you're always welcome to call. Have fun. Those that are watching on YouTube, excuse me, if you want us to plug any of your markets into Swing Machine, including a stock, just let us know. And also the interval, feel free. And the markets on a daily basis did hit euphoria, and the VIX did hit panic on a daily basis. They weren't there very long. They were only there for about a day, hours of a day. That's exactly where, we came in and we put on short option trades going out 35 to 45 days. So when we go further out, we will use options and we will define our risk. So it's a little unusual for us to hold a position as we're holding right now with a futures contract. Normally, we're actively trading them intraday. This is a little unique circumstance here. And so we're going to see how we do here. Not normal. Don't read anything into it. Don't do anything with your money. That way, we're not suggesting anybody should. We do these little spot views so that you can get an idea of what we're looking at and how we go about our trading. Now, I'll just share this. We don't ordinarily, but if you were watching during the week, we start each week with a beginning balance of approximately $25,000. You don't have to have that, right? You can have more and you can have less. You can go down, I think, as little as $2,500. Um, we're normally trading, we're normally trading just one contract. We're prepared to put on a second or a third intraday if if we have a lot. Usually I broke my rule and I got spanked, but and this is a gray matter, an individual rule. It's not hard coded. We usually only add if the other two markets or the other market is a locked in winner, then we're prepared to add a second and or third intraday. Intraday, we would not generally have enough firepower to go overnight. We generally only add to a winning position, and we don't usually add leverage very often. Could we add? Yes. I don't need the stress in my life, so we normally don't. But we will trade multiple markets. But and we'll go up to three, but the other two have to be locked in winners. We are concerned with our account volatility. We're not concerned with each individual trade as much as, say, a retail trader might be. A retail trader is interested in that individual outcome. But we are concerned with the account volatility, a little less concerned at the beginning of the week, more concerned, toward the middle to the latter part. Right now, it's all about protecting. Now, our goal, ideally, is to be above 25,000. We'd like to do about 5,000 or more a week. That's what we would like to do. But there's a caveat to that. If that is our goal, we have to be prepared psychologically to come down maybe as much as 5,000, right? So, it isn't, every week isn't necessarily profitable. But that is our stress points on the account value. Now, on Wednesday of this week, we stepped in. I broke a little rule. I added a contract where we didn't have as much profit as normal. And I stepped in, I think it was on Wednesday on the dark side, and we took the account down from 25,000 down to close to 16,000. And that presented some angst because now I've got to come out. I certainly had to come out of the second contract, but I also had to come out of both contracts because now we didn't have the leverage to go overnight. All right. So that was a faux pas, a bad shot, call it what you will. Not and there were reasons for it. I thought where we were, but I got caught. So the good news is, though, we were able to come back rather quickly with intraday buying power the next day, and we got ourselves back, the account back in line, back above 20,000. And then we were able to add to a winner, take the account right back, and then get that second contract off. And so now we just have the one contract. So I do have an eye for the account value. It's Friday. Man, I'd like to see this bugger turned down. We're not going to do any more active trading right here. Like I say, we thought it would be better to see if we can get the sell down, but I'm not going to let the account drop below 27.5. The account gets to 27.5, we'll kill the trade and we'll be done. And will we hit our $5,000 a week goal? No, but if I can withstand, which we can, I'm not going to let things get, out of hand again. But if we could, withstand this little morning volatility and maybe get a sell off later in the day, we could be in great place. So that's where we are. A little bit different this week than normal. Normally we're just trading the intraday action and clipping our trades, and normally we don't do anything on Friday. Usually we're done. So, but we were fortunate. Certainly grabbed our attention. Now, when we go further out, and we are, I don't want to say bearish here, but we're looking for that correction, and we think it has started, but we have used options, which we're not showing here, but and we've gone about 35 to probably close to 50 days out, defined risk options on the S&P and on the NASDAQ. Hope that makes sense. If you want us to plug anything in, let us know. I don't, when it comes to adding leverage, you've got to be very, very careful and understand your account size, understand your skill set, understand the requirements, and not over leverage, right? They will give you the rope to hang yourself intraday. And if you use maximum leverage, you're going to, each and every day, it's just going to be a matter of time and you're going to get, hurt. You don't want to use that rope. We were off by about a day, but, we're very confident in our intraday trading skill to be able to, even though the account suffered that, to be able to take a few extra days and get it back in line. All right. So any questions? You want us to plug anything in on Swing Machine, any market, any stock, any interval? We're happy to do that. Hope you had a good week. What might be interesting to you is, let me share with you the daily view. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oops, sorry about that. Let me see if I can. Oops. We'll just go. I'll put all that back in a moment. That's just Zoom writing. Let's go to the daily view. The daily view, 47 days ago, 47 days ago, when the market was trading at 52.64 at 5 p.m. on May 6th, if you had bought one futures contract, you'd be up 19,375. If you had gotten yourself a 50-day, 60-day call option on the S&P, you're looking pretty good. How about the NASDAQ? Even with the pullback yesterday, check this out. 46 days ago, so 46 days ago, $41,000. One contract. And they're trading dozens of these things, hundreds. 41 grand back on May 7th. So the daily, we just didn't go from, into a short trend, yes, because of yesterday. That didn't happen yet, right? It's a process. It takes time to turn these, it's not just like turning an aircraft carrier around. It's like turning, let me see if I can bring this all back into view here. Sorry. Oh, for heaven's sakes. This dang thing. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it does that. That's just the writing. We're not trying to hide anything from anyone. we just try to dress up the screen on Zoom, and they've updated their software, and the writing seems to go away. So we just try to make it a little more pleasant to the eye. So it looks like maybe we're going to be stopping out here. We're just a few $100 away from an account value stop. And the only reason we're doing that is it's Friday, right? We're running out of time. All good things got to come to an end, and we'll have a decent week, more volatility and stress than I would have wanted. Um, Joking about the stress. It's all part of it. And so next week we'll start again. We'll transfer out the profits, open up the account again at 25,000 and start again. And we're a little more relaxed and comfortable. And it's up to us. We want to start our week early. We want to end our week early. We want to end our days early. And in this week we didn't do that, but that's okay. Now, for memberships, just understand we're not doing this day in, day out well, our members have a Zoom view, but we're not doing it to hand them or hand anyone the fish. We're not. Um, we're all about learning to trade your game. So we're a lot different than other subscription services that you might belong to. They're handing out the fish. You're probably not learning a whole lot. And um, and that's what they're doing. And so it's important for them to say that, oh, I got 90% winners and, this, that. We're not doing that. We're not making any claims. We're not managing your money. We're not um, making specific recommendations to buy or sell. Nope. We're doing something much more valuable. We're going to teach you how we go about trading over a 3-week period. How many people are going to do that one-on-one? Not too many, probably none. And but I'm gonna do that, insist on it. And then we're gonna provide you all of the tools, all of the tools that we have so that you can customize them on your desktop. How many people are gonna do that? Not too many, probably none. The hockey captain up there in Yale, he's got his crack research team, and he's got it's but it's a different, they're asset gatherers. They're quasi money managers. We're not doing that. Now, our tools will show monthly members trading signals um, every night, every night. So, for instance, like 2 nights ago, Tesla was lighting up like crazy for short options. Had would have been a huge payday. You would have paid for an annual membership, just yesterday. Okay, so we're getting pretty darn close. That's too bad. I would have liked to have, but we'll let you watch. I'm going to do this trade manually. I'm not even going to try to fine tune it. I'll just close it. And I said if the account drops to 27.5, that gives us, we'll net 2,500 for the week, and will be, a narrow. We would have liked to have done more. We'll see if we can. We're not going to take it down much further, though. And we are out, folks. We're out. But we'll let you watch. Any questions, let us know. Now, we won't come out of our options. Okay. Our options are on for the latter part of August and into September. We're not coming out of those. And in fact, depending upon where we go, we usually will look at our options, either coming out or going in, usually in the last half hour of the day. So the high water on the account trading, which was, a little bit wild, a little unusual that we went with two when we did it. Um, and but the high water on the account was, I want to say about 31,000. The low water on the account though was 16. That, that's because of the added leverage, right? Normally, if we're starting with an account size of 25, we really don't want to see 20. We might see 21, 22, something like that. Um, but we really don't want to see, 20 or below. That wouldn't be a good thing. And then, we're trying to finish the week somewheres north 25 to 30 or higher or higher. That is, from an account standpoint. Could we come in and trade intraday multiple, you could trade, we could probably trade 5 or 10 contracts. I mean, you actually could, but that type of leverage would do, potentially you could have, yes, a huge positive outlier on your account, but you could also do catastrophic damage to your trading account, and that would not be a good thing. You'll be constantly funding it because anything can happen on any single trade, right? So Now, this is a classic example of the beauties, although we're not trading intraday here today. All good things got to come to an end, right? It's Friday. But it's a classic example of why we do trade intraday, right? Um, if you find yourself betting on the money and trying to trade from one day to the next, I need the market to go up, I need the market to go down, and all that emotion that can come with, option trading, especially short dated, not short position, but short dated options. It can be very, very, very difficult. Um, so we're truly not interested when we're trading intraday. We really don't care. I don't care if the Nasdaq goes to, 21,000 or 25,000 or 15,000 or 8,000, or it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because if we have, and we have members here, and let me just highlight some things to you. Um, if we have a member that took the ESU long at 928 long, they're up $1,000, not 0.37%. No. In fact, how much capital would they need to have put that trade on? I think like about $1,800, maybe not even. About $1,800 or so. Um, and they're up 1,000. The Nasdaq here, they would have needed 1,950, $1,950, and they're up 2,100. That's 100% return in 41 minutes if they're trading the 1 minute. They're trading the 5 minute. So then, if you're asking yourself, well, what do I trade? Do I trade the 1 minute? Do I trade the 5 minute? We actually trade them in conjunction with each other, right? So we don't have enough time to in service you on that, but we do that. It's the first step that we do during Q school, and it takes a few days, and then um, it's not going to win on every single trade, but it's going to do. And this can all be um, motorized, roboticized, if there is such a word, motorized. Um, but you can also intervene as an example. So it's a classic example. Now, on my, for the monies that we have options on, sure, I want to see the markets go down, but I know that intraday, I don't even pay attention to those option trades because they're so far out. I don't even pay attention to the intraday traffic. We trade the intraday traffic, but we're not with those. I'm only interested in where the markets close at the end of the day or at the end of a week. I hope that makes sense. Again, if you want us to plug in any stock, I can give you a real-time view. I mean, you're on 30, 40-second delay. By the way, I think on YouTube, I think you can now use high def, so you might want to use, what is it, 1080p or something? I think they have it now. Um, but I'm happy to plug something in and you can get a check. And the question, you have to answer and you have to practice yourself. Can you be content coming in and making, you know, $2,000 off of your futures contract in 40 minutes? And do you have the self-discipline to stop, go find something else to do with your day? Or are you going to say, geez, I got the rest of the day and I'm gonna gamble the rest of the day and give it back? So we don't want to do that, right? We're not gamblers. I don't gamble. No, you can't do that in a casino. They'll throw your ass out. You can't reach into the roulette wheel and stop. Time in the market is a risk factor. So we're not gambling. We're controlling our emotions. We're controlling our trading. You have to work on that. And we will show you how. We will show you the steps. Then it's up to you. And I cannot know what a person is going to do. But it's a huge, huge part. So we have members that, they'll text me, Chris and Jackson will text me and he'll say, hey, Don, I made such and such, not that interested necessarily in the money, but ordinarily it'll just say the profit factor. And I say, I was in the market for 16 minutes today. It's an added bonus because he knows what that means. It's difficult to get hit, if you're not at the plate all the time. And sometimes you have to follow you ever see a batter, and he fouls the ball off, he fouls it off, he fouls it off. He doesn't get all bummed out. Oh man, this guy's not throwing me any pitches. Oh, this sucks. Oh, he's got to stand there. His job is to get on base. Maybe a single, maybe a double. Does he know before he goes in what he's going to hit? No, but he's got a skill set. He's going to follow off some pitches. We may have to follow off some trades. That's why this notion that you got to have 90% winners or somebody, I see this guy up someplace. I don't want to say where, but we got 85% win. That's ridiculous. It doesn't matter. 80, it doesn't, the win-loss ratio does not matter. In fact, if you're chasing a win-loss ratio, you're probably hurting yourself. That is a metric that does not compute to performance, to making money. And it's probably why they struggle and why you struggle. If you're following that and chasing that type of metric, you want to be, if you want to be calculating your profit factor, runs batted in, RBIs versus a batting average. We need to get runners on base and we need to get them home. We need to get them home. Okay. I don't care about my win-loss ratio. But they do. Those people that do that and sell those services, that's what they want to do because they're out to get subscriptions. And if they can, advertise that, oh, we got 90% winners, then they'll get subscriptions because people automatically think then they're going to make money. Then they find out in short order they don't. So we're not like anyone else. We're not. And I'm online and I see, and I just don't see anyone doing what we're doing. And the other piece is, you might see some individuals, they're selling individual programs, we don't sell individual programs. You get them all. You get all of them. And you get to run them in a fashion and in a manner that of your choosing. So you get a lot of choice. Enjoy.
The minstrel of the dawn is here to make you laugh and bend your ear. Up the steps you'll hear him climb, all full of thoughts, all full of rhymes. Listen to the pictures flow across the room, into your mind they go. Listen to the strings, they jangle and dangle while the old guitar rings. The minstrel of the dawn is he, not too wise but oh so free.
Trading should be fun. Should be
Talk of
relaxing.
life out on the street, he'll play it sad and say it sweet. Look into his shining face, of loneliness you'll always find a trace. Just like me and you, he's trying to get into things, more happy than blue. A minstrel of the changing tide, he'll ask for nothing but his pride. Just sit him down upon that chair, go fetch some wine and set it there. Listen to the pictures flow and follow the fingers where they go. Listen to the strings, they jangle and dangle while the old guitar rings. A minstrel of the dawn is near, just like a step and fetch it here. He's like an old-time troubadour, just wanting life and nothing more. Look into his shining eyes, and if you see a ghost, don't be surprised. Like me and you, he's trying to get into things, more happy than blue. The minstrel boy will understand, he holds a promise in his hand. He talks of better days ahead, and by his words your fortune's read. Listen to the pictures flow across the room, into your mind they go. Listen to the strings, they jangle and dangle while the old guitar rings. The minstrel of the dawn is gone, I hope he'll call before too long. And if you meet him, you must be the victim of his minstrelsy. Sing for you a song, minstrel of the dawn. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained, took us all away to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With all the windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sung up every song that driver knew. Freedom, just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul, standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, searching for the home I heard she phoned. And I'd give all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom, just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me, good enough for me and Bobby McGee. La 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 la, me and Bobby McGee. La 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 la. If you'd like to spend an afternoon approaching lavender, you'll feel just fine, but one thing's sure, you'll never be the same. If you'd like to try your hand at understanding lavender, then you must be very sure that life is not a game. You might even learn a thing or two approaching lavender. You'll soon be on a one-night tour forgetting your own name. You won't need a reason just to be alone with lavender, for the light so warm and pure will draw you like a flame. The colors that surround you, there will be the shade of lavender, shadows dancing everywhere like flowers in the rain. You will find your tongues on fire while lying next to lavender, with the words you never spoke before and could not speak again. Oh, sweet lavender, I understand you perfectly. There is no way that I can see you living by yourself. Oh, sweet lavender, I must be with you constantly. Your presence means so much to me, much more than life itself. Oh, sweet lavender, as fragrant as the name you bear, please cast away the clothes you wear and give your love to me. Oh, sweet lavender, your smile is like the golden sun. I'd love to see you laugh and run as naked as the sea. If you'd like to spend an afternoon approaching lavender, don't try and get the best of her, she will not share the blame. If you'd like to try your hand at understanding lavender, then you must be very sure that life is not a game. There is no shame. a lot of things that I should know. Anyone can guess I don't know how to press my Saturday clothes. Everyone's going home. I feel a little sad to watch them leave, but I'll be cool because I don't believe the happy times are gone. I can still put on my Saturday clothes. Everybody knows I've got to tell you that was a swell time. So now I'll take the butts away and put the glasses on the tray. I'll see you all next Saturday. I feel a little off because they're gone, and if my gal were here, I'd still be on. But in a week or two, there's lots of things to do in my Saturday clothes. Everyone's gone home. I've got to tell you that was a swell time. So now I'll take the butts away and put the glasses on the tray. I'll see you all next Saturday. Island, goodbye. Island, goodbye. We've been too long together, my island and I. Cross the blue sea, cross the blue sea. We've been too long together, my island and me. Cobwebs and dust, cobwebs and dust. I hate to leave you, but leave you I must. Float through the sky, float through the sky. We've been too long together, my cobwebs and I. Troubles, goodbye, troubles, goodbye. We've been too long together, my troubles and I. Cross the blue sea, cross the blue sea. We've been too long together, my troubles and me. Cobwebs and dust, cobwebs and dust. I hate to leave you, but leave you I must. Float through the sky, float through the sky. We've been too long together, my cobwebs and I. Unlock the gate, unlock the gate. Lower the drawbridge, the hour is late. Whom shall it be? Whom shall it be? We've been too long together, my drawbridge and me. Cobwebs and dust, cobwebs and dust. I hate to leave you, but leave you I must. Float through the sky, float through the sky. We've been too long together, my cobwebs and I. Tear down the walls, tear down the walls. Gather my treasure and scatter it all. Cross the blue sea, cross the blue sea. We've been too long together, my treasure and me. Run to her side, run to her side. Run to my island, make her your bride. Whom shall it be? Whom shall it be? We've been too long together, my island and me. Poor little Allison, standing in the night wind, laughing out loud, turning her face to the summer rain. Poor little Allison, never had much going, hard to forget, always in step with the world she's in. Never knowing, never feeling, showing so much pride. Never saying what she's thinking or feeling deep inside. Oh, little Allison, dreaming of the right one, laughing out loud, lost in a crowd of fair weather friends. Never knowing, never feeling, showing so much pride. Never saying what she's thinking or feeling deep inside. Oh, little Allison, standing in the night wind, wishing out loud, turning her face to the summer rain. Hard to forget, always in step with the world she's in. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. The heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number two, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real, I never thought I could act this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. The stories always end. If you read between the lines, you'll know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. It's alright, it's alright. Well, it's alright, baby, it's alright. Anything you say will be okay. It's alright, baby, it's alright. Open the door, I'll let your light shine in. The morning pass so quickly, it will not come again. I'll take you at your promise, I will not ask you why. I only wish to love you until the day I die. It's a shame, baby, it's a shame, when you play your hurting game every single day, every single night. but that's okay, baby, it's alright. Open the door, now the sun lights up the gloom. I know you've been out walking, we'll not ask me done. The night will soon be over, the sky is almost gray. Your hair is all a tangle, your thoughts are all astray. It's alright, it's alright. Well, it's alright, baby, it's alright. Anything you say will be okay. It's alright, baby, it's alright. Open the door, love, I'll let your light shine in. Oh, staying here is foolish, to leave would be a sin. I know I'm close behind you, I'll catch you if I try. Or I will surely win you, or I will surely die. It's a shame, baby, it's a shame, when you play your hurting game every single day, every single night. But that's okay, baby, it's alright. It's okay, baby, it's alright. Come to the door, my pretty one. Put on your rings and precious things. Hide all your tears as best you can. Try to recall what used to be. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climbing your windows and walls. Bells in the steeple are ringing, singing. Listen to them talking about your love's return. Let me come in, my pretty one. Try to undo what I have done, for I must be forgiven now. I cannot leave your love alone. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climbing your windows and walls. Leaves in the garden are falling, calling. Listen to them talking about your love's return. Let me come in, my precious one. Wake from your sleep and take me home. Open your eyes and look my way. I will not lose what I have won. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climbing your windows and walls. Bells in the steeple are ringing, singing. Listen to them talking about your love's return. When it's midnight on the meadow and the cats are in the shed, and the river tells a story at the window by my bed, if you listen very closely, be as quiet as you can. In the yard you'll hear him, it is the Pony Man. We're always there to greet him when he tumbles into town. He leads a string of ponies, some are white and some are brown, and they never seem to kick or bite, they only want to play. And they live on candy apples instead of oats and hay. And when we are assembled, he gives a soft command, and we climb aboard our ponies as in a row they stand. Then down the road we gallop and across the fields we fly, and soon we all go sailing off into the midnight sky. And as we gaily rock along beside a rippling sea, there's Tom and Dick and Sally and Mary Jo and me. And the Pony Man is leading 'cause he's traveled here before, and he gives a hoop and a holler at Mr. Moon's front door. And then we stop to rest a while where the Soda River glides. Up to the slip comes a pirate ship to take us for a ride, and the Pony Man's the captain and the children are the crew. And we go in search of treasure and laugh the whole night through. And when the hold is filled with gold and the sails begin to strain, and the decks piled high with apple pie, we head for port again. Then down the whirling staircase, so swift our ponies fly, and we're safely in our beds again when the sunbeams kiss the sky. When it's midnight on the meadow and the cats are in the shed, and the river tells a story at the window by my bed, if you listen very closely, be as quiet as you can. In the yard you'll hear him, it is the Pony Man. He was standing by the highway with a sign that just said mother, when he heard a driver coming about a half a mile away. Then he held the sign up higher so no decent soul could miss it. It was 10 degrees or colder down by Boulder Dam that day. He was raised up in Milwaukee, though he never was that famous. He was just a road musician, to the taverns he would go, singing songs about the rambling, loving girls and gambling. How the world fell on his shoulders back in Boulder, I don't know. It was out in Arizona that he heard the lady listening to each word that he was saying, to each line that he would write. So he sat down by her table and they talked about the weather, 98.6 and rising down by Boulder Dam that night. And she told him that she would take him for a ride in the morning sun. Back in Boulder, he had told her, I don't know when I had a better friend. Now he's traded off his Martin, but his troubles are not over, for his feet are almost frozen and the sun is sinking low. Won't you listen to me, brother? If you ever loved your mother, please pull off on the shoulder if you're going Milwaukee way. It's 10 degrees and getting colder down by Boulder Dam today. Never had much to say, he traveled alone with no friends. Like a shadowy ghost at dawn he came and he went, through the woodland swiftly gliding, to the young maid he came riding, where she'd run to meet him by the garden wall. Oh, my sweet Miguel, I will never tell, no one will ever know what I know too well. And he'd smile and lay his head on her breast, and he'd say, I have no fear, they're waiting for me to cross the border to swim the river, 'cause I've done that before, to see my true love's smiling face 100 times or more. Oh, my sweet Miguel, she cried, I love you till I die. He was born to the south in Mexico, they say, the child of a man who was soon gone away. But his mother loved him dearly, and she would take him yearly to the great cathedral in St. Augustine. Oh, my young Miguel, listen to the bell of my poverty, you must never tell. And he cried himself to sleep in the night, and he vowed to make things right. So he took the gun down from the wall and he paid a call. He knew she'd understand. A lawman came to capture him, the gun jumped in his hand. Oh, Miguel, the mother cried, you must run, son, or you'll die. So the story is told of his true love across the line, as strong as the oak and as sweet as the vine. And the child she bore him came on the fateful morning when they sent him to his final rest. Oh, my sweet Miguel, listen to the bell. No one will ever know what I know too well. Then she'd smile and lay the child on her breast, and she'd say, I have no fear, I'm waiting for you to cross the border to swim the river, 'cause you've done that before. To see your true love smiling face 100 times or more. Oh, my sweet Miguel, she cried, I love you till I die. Go my way and I'll be good to you. Go my way and your dreams will all come true. In the sunset the wild winds are calling, my shadow is following you. Go my way and I'll take you by the hand. Believe in me and I'll do the best I can. I can't be anything but just what I am. I can't help it if I'm in love with you. Why must I sail my ship alone without a friend? My thoughts are on you, I dare not ask again.
Folks, we're going to be shutting down YouTube here shortly at noon in about 30 minutes or so. And we're done. We're done for the day. We're done for the week. Decent week. $2,500. A little more volatility, a lot more volatility in our account than we would have liked and that we do normally. But so all's well. We didn't get it all, right? We had a high watermark in our account of some 31,000 and we stuck around for the bigger hit. We don't, for those of you trying to get a glimpse of, what's going on with the market, we don't think this is much more than an options bounce from yesterday. And we think it'll probably dissipate by the end of the day and dissipate next week. We think the near-term highs are in. If we go back to those highs and above, we'll be fading them for sure. Otherwise, we'll just kind of sit tight. Think the market, the volatility is going to start to pick up. Isn't today, but we think it will. And we'll be back on Sunday night. Now we're not live on YouTube, 24 hours a day. We're not. Our members wouldn't like that. So we do come in periodically, but we try to start each week with a base amount of 25,000. We'll cull out the 2,500, the $2,510, and transfer that into a different account. And you're welcome, Brycal 72. And then we'll get started next week. Now, normally, we're trading. We did a little more mechanical trading. Usually our trading is all robotic, but you can see here, even if you had taken, or if a person had taken some of these trades and Swing Machine, by the way, is our flagship product. We've had it for now 15 something years. It's unbelievable, really. And it can trade any time frame. It can trade tick count. It can trade stocks. It's to help you stay on the right side of the market. It's to help you make decisions. It's to help you get away from the emotions of greed and fear and guessing. And also, if you're looking at charts, time charts distort a lot of the price action, and you can get a case of vertigo. And but this is not our only product, right? So we're not trying to present this as some sort of holy grail, but it is damn good. And let me just highlight a few things here for you and answer some questions here on a sleepy Friday, summertime Friday. On the 1 minute ES, if a person had taken the 1 minute long at 928, you would have been using about $1,800 in margin. I think thereabouts is the intraday margin. You're up $2,000. That's over 100% return. If you took the 5 minute, you wanted to trade, you would have had to have it would have been before 9, so you would have needed 18,000. But at 9 o'clock, the intraday buying power would have been just about 1,800 or so, thereabouts, if that. And then the NASDAQ, check out the NASDAQ here. This is on a 1 minute. This is at 931. If you had put on a mini contract, and that's what this is calculating, a mini contract, you would have used $1,950, $1,900. Isn't that incredible? $1,950 is what you would have had to have in your account. You now have close to 4,000. That's a 200% return. So you can yodel and hodl your Bitcoins until the cows come home. In the meantime, we're going to be trading the action back and forth and back. It's like the tide, right? It's like these things are like a perpetual money machine. Then, trust me, for all this hodling business, and here's the 5 minute, right? Hodl, hold on for dear life. You only live once. I don't get that, because that is what the Wall Streeters want everyone doing. That's how they get your money. They want you buying into some kind of a pipe dream, whatever that pipe dream is, AI, social media, netdebt.com, whatever it is. They just want your money so that they can leverage it up and, trade hundreds of millions of dollars. I was just speaking with one of our folks. They came in yesterday with hundreds of millions of dollars in call options that probably expire tomorrow, and they made hundreds of millions of dollars between yesterday and today. You only, they're playing with other people's money. You only have to get rich once. And, and these young kids, I mean, they're working really hard. They're 25, 30 years old. And these homes on the Hamptons, I mean, they cost 25, $30 million, folks. So, they gotta, they're in a rush. Oh my God, right? Uh, you want to send them your bread? You want to send, oh yeah, I'm going to send my money to Stevie Cohen or some other hedgy. Good luck. Bad chance I'm going to do that. If I'm going to do it, I'll do it with my own money. But that isn't what we do. It isn't. We trade intraday. We trade futures. Why do we trade futures? They're liquid. Number one, access. I got 24-hour access to them virtually. They're down for about an hour. They're very tax efficient. They're very tax friendly. I don't have to worry about wash sale rules. I use minimal capital. If you run a business of any kind, a medical supply store, a Subway store, a dry cleaner, whatever business you run, do you want to use a lot of capital to run that business to get a return, or do you want to use as little capital as possible? Right? Trading is a business for us. We started trading as a business. Stock Market Caddy came about 10 or 15 years later because we were simply just bored. We didn't start out, with Stock Market Caddy. That came about because I'm just simply bored to tears. It's very boring. Boring is good. But most people never learn the game, never learn to trade, and anybody who can fog a mirror, who's got some money, can get an account and, throw some trades on and, have fun if that's what you want to do. Have fun, do it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but you're not going to make money day in and day out, week in, week out, unless you get an education from somebody. And there's a lot of crap out there, and it is crap. We're going to spend, well, you can get our membership is set up two ways. If you join as a monthly member, you get a video view of all of our algos every night, chock full of actionable trading opportunity. If you want these tools on your desktop, then you need to become an annual member. However, if you tried to sign up today as an annual member, I'm not going to accept you. What? Well, I can put the money I'm going to put it. It's happened, and I've sent the money back. What kind of membership is that? Right? Everyone else is closing on you, closing on you, closing on you. We're not doing that. Nope. We actually slow it down. You got to spend 3 weeks with me. It's probably enough to keep more people away. You do. You got to spend 3 weeks, about an hour or two a day, 3+ weeks, so that we have a chance to show you how we go about trading as a business. And then, and only then, at the end of that 3 weeks, then you get a chance to decide if you want to become an annual member. And if you do, we're going to reward you. We're going to give you back 30% of the cost of that training. If you choose, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry about that. If you decide at the end of the 3+ weeks, well, you know what? I learned a ton. I'm going to go do it on my own. You can do that too. And there's no problem. No problem at all. Most people don't. Most people choose to get the tools, but and you can get additional tools during the year. And but this is learn to trade your game. So if you're subscribing to a service, and there's a ton of them out there, that is giving you, 10 option trades, and you pick one or two. You have no idea where they're coming from. You have no idea why you're picking, and you're just doing it, as some sort of gambling service or something, have at it. But that isn't us. Nope. I'm going to take the time and the effort and share with you the tools that we have. And I've been, I've gotten some nasty grams from people, and they'll say, what kind of crap is this? You don't make any claims. You don't give us the trades. You don't make any claims. What kind of crap? Why would I ever subscribe to you? I don't. That's good, right? Because if I'm not trying to drive anybody away, but you know what? If those people I do want to drive away because they really don't want to do it themselves. They don't. They just want what they want, which is, to throw on some trades. If you want to trade as a business and learn to trade as a business and you have the patience, you have the time, you have the discipline, and this is something you want to do day in, day out, week in, week out. You got to have a passion to do it. Then that's what we're going to do. And we're going to spend the time with you. The rest of them, the Nigerians, they're not going to do that with you. They're not. They'll charge you 15, 20 grand to fly out to, the wine country and have a nice dinner and, and hobnob and play around the golf and, and do that. You can say, big buds with the Nigerians. They seem like they're great guys, but, but we're not going to do that. You're going to work really hard. We're going to work probably harder than you during those 3+ weeks too, by the way. At the end of those 3 weeks, you are going to know, and I am going to know what kind of, trading game you have, and then you go from there with some guidance. So that's who we are. A lot different than anyone else. I'm not from Wall Street. No. God, oh my God. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. There's nobody more cynical. There's nobody more contemptuous of those people than me. No. And I'm not from Madison Avenue or any of that. No, I spent 25 years of my life wearing a surgical mask before they were fashionable. By the way, they're worthless too, by the way. I taught surgeons how to work with the best, latest surgical instruments of the day. So for 25 years, I was in surgery, and yeah, the surgical mask, if you sneeze, you don't sneeze into the patient, but beyond that, they're not worth much. But that's another story. We approached trading. If it wasn't Stock Market Caddy, it was going to be around surgery, but Susan thought that would be a gross analogy. She doesn't like blood. So we didn't do that. So we tried to make it fun and do it around something that I like, which is to play golf. I also enjoyed going into surgery. Going into surgery with a surgeon, if you've never had that opportunity, it's a really unique experience, and it was really something. And as you would imagine, the surgeons don't wing it. Like, they don't come in and like, okay, hey, what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to do a total knee today. Okay, hey, you know what? Hey, how do we want to do it? Let's do this one. Let's use this product. Let's use that product. Let's change it around. Let's just mix it up a little bit. No, they don't do that. They're extremely boring. They do exactly the same thing from one day to the next, one patient to the next. And they're very, very concerned with their surgical outcomes, as they should be for the patient, right? But they're also running a business. Surgeons are, many of them, not all, but many of them are more business people than they are surgeons, right? But they love what they do. If they could be in surgery every day, all day, and never see a patient in the office, that's what they would want to do. But they're very methodical. Very, very methodical, very, very boring. The way they do it. My job over the 25 years was to maybe introduce one little change, not the entire change, but one little change to get a better surgical outcome for his patient, for himself. And I got to tell you, they're very, very slow to change, and they should be, right? And they also had to have confidence. They just don't invite anyone in. Now, I never touched the patient. I didn't do the procedure, but we're literally there. So in the early 2000s, I said to Susan, maybe we should be trading with surgical precision. None of this, you know what I think, I don't know. I mean, you can do okay, right? If you're investing, there's criteria for investing, and we've certainly done that, and we'll do that, and you will hit something. I had thousands of shares of Nvidia in the late 90s. I did. I did. I think they'd probably worth like a 30 or 40 million dollars today. But guess what? I also had thousands of shares of Sun Microsystem. Oh, what are they worth? Zero. I also had thousands of shares of JDSU. Who's JDS Uniphase? Oh, they're worth zero. So, you know, been through this before. If you think the folks who own Nvidia are rabid and don't see the bubble, you never see the bubble when you're in the bubble. You never see it. They're it's the smartest people in the room. But I can tell you in 1999, you know what it was? America Online. Remember that thing? America Online, AOL. Woo, baby. There was no talking to those people. That thing went up and up and up and up and up and oh my God, and split. Oh, and, you couldn't tell anybody it was going to take over the world. America Online, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that, and bop 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 bop. Yeah, yeah. Where are they? And then you remember you could get the America Online CDs. Remember that business? Everybody, remember what you had to do on every Thursday, Friday afternoon, and on Monday? What were you doing back then? Going to Blockbuster. Remember that? You got to get shares in Blockbuster. What a Blockbuster. And it had its day. Great run. Great run. Where are they today? Where's America Online? Where's Blockbuster? Gone, gone. I mean, so the Wall Street pimps, they're stock pimps. That's what they do. They're there to separate you from your hard-earned money. You're supposed to go out, work your entire life doing something hopefully very productive, not on Wall Street. And you save all this money, and then you're supposed to turn it over to some, shiny faced kid. And no offense to, some 25-year-old, kid, but they're kids. And he's supposed to invest it for you. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I have a neighbor, used to have a neighbor, and I'm here in Tampa, Florida, and he would commute. He worked for a hedge fund in New York, and he would commute. He would fly to New York every week and then fly back. And he told me a conversation he had with Rush Limbaugh. He had the chance, him and a buddy visited Rush Limbaugh. And it was kind of as I recall the conversation, and Rush Limbaugh knew what he did. And Rush Limbaugh, one of the things, I don't think he was there to get his business. Maybe he was, I don't know. It didn't go there. But Rush said, why would I give my money to somebody if I have more money than them? Why do I want to give all my wealth to somebody who doesn't even have that wealth? Why would I do that? Kind of a good point, By the way, he asked my buddy, Rush Limbaugh did, do you know what I do? He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, well, what do I do? He goes, well, you're on the radio. He goes, no, but do you know what I do? Well, yeah, you're on the radio and you talk politics. And he's like, and Rush was frustrated. He goes, no, he goes, do you understand what I do? And my buddy was flabbergasted. He's like, what's he asking me? Went to his friend, what? And Rush finally answered it. And you know how Rush defined what he did? What do you think he did? He sold advertising. And that's how Rush defined what he did. He goes, I sell advertising. That's what I do. We are traders. I don't give a lick about how high the S&P goes, how low the NQ goes. We got oil here. We got gold here. We could be talking orange juice. They've been squeezing orange juice, literally. The shorts there. I don't care how high it goes or how low it goes. Now, that may sound like an anathema to you, an aberration. Sure, he's lying. No, I don't. I don't care because I'm going to move in and I'm going to move out. You can't do that, they say. Nobody can time the market. Nobody can do it. Oh, okay. The most richest people in the world are the people who invest. Point to me one person, show me one person who's traded successfully. There's never been one, right? They'll tell you that. Look up Jim Simons. He recently passed away. Jim Simons, Simons. The most successful trader, bar none, than anyone. If you had invested $1,000 in the S&P in 1981, I think it's returned, several 100%. If you had invested with Warren Buffett, it also had done quite well. A few 100% return. Pretty good. If you had invested with Jim Simons' trading group called Renaissance Capital, the return is crushing, 44,000%. He was an algo trader. He was 40 years old in 1981. And he said what I said to Susan in 2001, this is bullshit. Madison Avenue and Wall Street have gotten together and it's a big con. If we're only supposed to buy, who is doing all the selling every day? Susan, I asked. I don't know. I asked. If I'm only supposed to buy and hold, who's doing all the selling? They were selling yesterday. They're buying today. What if you could get in and extract cash flow? There's an interview of Warren Buffett and the other guy who's dead now, his partner. I forget his name. And they were talking about Jim Simons. And Warren Buffett's partner said, yeah, he was very good. He's a very smart guy. He was very, very good. But he couldn't invest for the long term. Okay. But he was very good on the short term. Well, there's benefits of trading short term. You don't have to subscribe to a whole bunch of shit. You don't have much, you have much less risk. Because you see, folks, NVIDIA might go. NVIDIA might be the aberration. NVIDIA might run for the next 20 years. I don't know. Nobody knows. But NVIDIA could be, and I'm just not picking on NVIDIA. So if you own NVIDIA, please hold it or do whatever you want with it. I'm not passing a judgment. I don't know. But it's possible that it could go to $2 a share. And you'd say, oh, no way, never happened. Oh, no. There was another company. It was the most owned company in the country. Commercials all over the place, trucks up and down. The trucks were all over the streets, big, more so than Amazon. Do you know what that company was in 1999? The symbol was LU. Lucent Technologies. They were going to build out the infrastructure for telecommunications. Holy crap. Yep. I own thousands of shares of that too. I did. And then one summer's day, the stock went from like 75 to like 60, 55. I'm like, And I was on vacation. And I called my broker, and he was a broker. I won't say who he was with, but he was a nose picker. I should have fired him much earlier. I would ask different things and he'd tell me, Don, you're too young to do this. You're too young to do that. I should have fired him. You're never too young. You're never too old. You're never too rich. You're never too poor. Don't let any nose picker tell you that. I hope he's listening. He isn't. He's still doing what he's doing. He's still, gathering assets, other people's assets. I don't gather that. But I told him, sell it. Was on vacation. He's like, the whole thing, dump it. It's like, okay, I'm going to dump it. And he said to me, he said to me, I'm going to mark it that it was your decision to sell this stock. And I said, and while you're at it, sell this one, sell this one, sell that one. He goes, Don, I think it's just a Lucent event. It's isolated. Sell them. Get off the phone. And I'm like, I need to fire his ass. I can tell you where we were. We were renting a home. We were in Salt Spring. Beautiful place out off of Vancouver. There's another part of that story I won't bother to tell. But little did I know, that was the first trigger. That was the first event of what was going to be known as the dot-com bust. We were fortunately out of the way because I kept selling. You couldn't short, by the way. You could not short. They wouldn't let you short. Imagine that. Nope. And do you know how much it costs to go into a trade and out of a trade? $250 with that brokerage, $250. And then the discount brokerages come up, and guess how much it was to go in and out? $89. Then it went to $39. And of course now it's free. We won't go there. It's not exactly free, but that's the way it's presented. By the way, we love TradeStation. Phenomenal company, phenomenal products, phenomenal. There was a whole slew of these companies. Lucent Technologies went bust. The most owned company in the country. They're gone. Sun Micro, gone. WorldCom, gone. Global Crossing, gone. You know who got rich off of Global Crossing? He was like Pelosi in front of him. He was the money manager for Clinton. What was his name? Terry McAuliffe. That was it. Terry McAuliffe got the heads up on Global Crossing. They gave him an IPO offering. He bought, pennies on the dollar, and he made his millions off of Global Crossing, which eventually went bust. They were going to lay fiber optics all over the place. So he was doing the Nancy Pelosi game, and then he goes and becomes, governor of Virginia. He was the money bags for Clinton. He was managing all the money. So they've been doing this game, playing this game for a long time. The inside game. Right? We don't have inside information. We just approach the way that we look at this. We approach this that I am not a dumb person, but when it comes to the market, I want to be, and I will arm wrestle you for the right to say that I am the most ignorant person. I know nothing about nothing. I don't know if it's going up. I don't know if it's going down. I want to be like a shortstop for the Yankees or the Red Sox. Yeah, not the Yankees, God forbid, Red Sox. I want to be able to move left or right. And if you're a Yankees fan, I'm sorry. But you want to be able to move left to right. The moment you start showing some bias, or if you're talking to somebody and they start showing a bias, the little hairs on the back of your neck should stand up. Because I could make a case, a fundamental case, maybe even a technical case, that the S&P is going to go to 10,000 and that the NASDAQ is going to go to 40,000. Maybe, but I could also make a case they're going to go the other way. It's ironic to me a little bit. The Dow futures are trading at 40,000. In 1991, there was another market trading at 40,000. Do you know what market that was? The Nikkei, the Japanese Nikkei. Japan was taking over the world. Everything was made in Japan. They were buying Pebble Beach. They were buying Rockefeller Center. Remember? He had a huge housing bubble, just phenomenal. And there was some guy, he was 42 years old in Tokyo. I'll tell you a little story about this guy. He's 40 something years old. He was a salary man. And he told his wife, honey, put everything we got into the Nikkei at 40,000. We're going to 50,000, 100,000. 1991, that's what he did. 2 to 3 years later, you look at the charts, the Nikkei, which was their Dow, went below 5,000. It did not get back. Actually, it wasn't 40,000, it was 30,000, excuse me, 30,000. It didn't get back. I think it's gotten just back there. But for the next 35 something years, it never even went back there. That guy who put everything he had into it, he was going to hodl. He was going to, you only live once. He didn't get to see that index get back to where it was until he was in his 70s. Do you know what the most valuable commodity of all is? It isn't gold. It isn't the NASDAQ. It isn't NVIDIA. And it isn't Bitcoin. You can't buy it. You can't sell it. But you can waste it. Time. And I don't want to waste your time nor my time. So if you're interested in becoming a monthly member, we have unlimited monthly memberships, and you can sign up in the next 5 minutes. If you want to become an annual member, we're going to have to spend 3+ weeks with each other. And it's in your interest and my interest that we have at least a phone conversation so that we can schedule it and make sure there's a good match and make sure that you're doing the right thing. And that also might sound like an anathema. Why is this guy? Why am I so, why am I putting up what it might appear to be hurdles? The market throws hurdles every single moment. In fact, 3 minutes ago, the NQ just went short, by the way. You see that right here? Don't take it, but I am actually trying to give people an opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to trade the markets. I just want to go, I want to go enjoy my summer and I want to play golf and I don't want to be bothered. And I don't want to listen to you and I don't want to learn your style and I just don't want to be bothered. And something that's okay with that. I want those people to go full circle here. The people who don't want to do this, I don't want to waste my time with. And I'm not going to try to convince them otherwise. I'm not. I live in Florida, by the way, in 3 minutes. There's less than 3 minutes. You're now up, $900, $800, 900. See the market roll right over? I could tell you a story. Why? Why did it do that, Don? It's silly to make up the stories. It is what it is. So we only want folks that really have a passion, that really want to do this. 4 minutes, you're up $1,100. But that one's long, Don. Yeah, so you can learn to hedge these, right? And the machine could be doing it, right? No, we're not trading today because it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. We made our money for the week. A little volatile this week, but we're fine. We'll be back next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. It's a great life. I don't have a boss. I don't have to travel. I don't have to pay anyone's workman's comp. It's great. And I don't have any, nose picking money managers. And if you're a money manager, okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. Everyone's got to do what they got to do. I get it, but not for me. Not a chance in hell. I'm with Rush Limbaugh on that. If I've been smart enough to make the money and save the money, I'm going to be smart enough to figure this thing out. And in a large part, we have. And we'll share it with you. We've also got messages. Well, if it's so good, if you're so, why would you do it? These markets, what that shows is a profound misunderstanding of the markets and of who we are and what we're about. The markets are extremely deep. You're looking at the S&P 500 futures contracts, the NASDAQ, biggest, deepest markets in the world. There are grown men and women whose mortgage payments depend on them trading that. Only that, every day, in New York, in Chicago, in Tokyo. There is some guy in a yacht off of Monte Carlo, down in the basement of some big yacht. He's got the trophy girlfriends jumping off the back of the boat, and he's down there with a bank of screens trading the NASDAQ futures with you, with us. The fool. But that's what he's doing. Or in Riyadh. By us sharing our tools, you still have ample opportunity to get in and get out. The markets are so deep. It is not a zero-sum game. Your success isn't going to take away from mine. Just isn't going to happen. The markets are too deep. And that's good. That's liquidity. You want deep markets. If you want to trade in a illiquid market, you go to something like Chipotle Mexican Grill, and it's just a big haven for hedge funds. But anywho, I kind of rambled on. It is 12 o'clock. We'll let you watch here a little bit. But I'm going to shut up. But if you've had enough and you want to get an education, we only accept, it's one-on-one, the Q School. We schedule these things weeks and months out. We will, and it's one-to-one. And we will only do 2 people at the same time, separately, but at the same time. So it's very individual, and it needs to be, because everyone's coming at this with different perspectives, different places. We have folks that have had no trading experience. We have folks that have had more trading experience than me. And we have had folks that have blown us away, have done even better than us, wildly successful. We have. Doesn't hurt me. It's great. It's a beautiful thing. Vicariously, I get a thrill out of it too, because it's a payback to the bastards on Wall Street. There, and you might as well throw, the other dicks in DC in the same bunch too, right? Both sides of the aisle. Madison Avenue, Wall Street, in DC. They're not going to help you one bit. They're not out. They're out to help themselves. You know that. Good luck, everybody. Have a great weekend. Hope you had a good week. Be sure to visit the site. We got a lot of videos in there that will explain a little bit further. And if you've got any questions, now I'll be in the office. Believe it or not, I'm going to be in the office on Saturday morning. I'm in the office every Saturday morning. I'll take your phone call anytime, by the way, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Could be a holiday, could be whatever. And but I'm in the office on Saturday mornings, and I'm in the office on Sunday afternoons, and I can't wait to get started for next week. See if we can do better, and we will do better. But if you're looking now, this is what this means. If you're looking at the ES went short 7 minutes ago. Again, we're not doing this so that you're taking trades. I hope you're not doing that. That if that's what you're doing and you're hunting around trying to get a trade offer to, stop, think about what you're doing, take a good hard look in the mirror, put some water on your face, and think about what you're doing. Is that something you really want to do? There's other ways that I don't think that would be a good thing, right? But in 8 minutes it went short. This one was 10 minutes ago. It's up 845. How much money would you have needed in your account? You would have needed 1,950. It's almost a 50% return on that capital right here. remarkable. So unless they have any questions, we'll let you watch. And I got to get to work, wrap up the week, and get going for next. Have fun. So again, right in front of your eyes, you've seen this let me just share with you. Here's the 1 minute ESU. It went short 13 minutes ago at this price, 56.78 at 12 o'clock. And if you had entered that trade, you would have had to have at least $1,800 in your account. You want to have a little bit more than that, but that's how much margin would have been necessary. You'd be up 300. The NQ on a 1 minute went short 15 minutes ago. This is just shorthand for the time. 15. And the entry price was 20,636 at 11.58. Trend is down. There's a lot more information that this is giving us. And you would have had to have had $1,950 in your account, and you're up 1,500. What? That's called leverage, folks. Now, there is a technique for trading swing machine. There's a technique here. You can change, we can trade one single time frame. We can trade multiple time frames. We can do it mechanically. That is putting the trades on ourselves. We can have the machine trading it. We can use swing machine in conjunction with other style of charts, Renko and point and figure, all kinds of things. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. We can set programs to trade so many times in a day. We can set programs to, set profit targets and trailers and chandeliers. We can look at the back test. And if you've been in the market, if it tells you the average winning trade's only in the market for 15 minutes, we can set a timer so that if you're in the market beyond 15 minutes, it gets you out. All kinds of things. But it's just like driving a Lamborghini, right? It's a Lamborghini. Okay. Just because you have a license, just because you have the money to walk into your local Lamborghini dealer, doesn't mean that you're going to be able to drive the Lamborghini. Probably a good idea to get some lessons. You might have the capital, you might have the time, you might want to fly an airplane. Go out and get yourself a little jet like JFK. Oh, what's the big deal, honey? Let's go. It's all right. The sun's going down. It's Cape Cod haze. I can fly. I just fly. We'll take off out of Peterborough and we'll fly off of Boston and we'll land one of the islands. Uh-oh. He got into some haze. He couldn't tell up from down, down from up. What a horrible situation. But he put himself in it. He had more money than brains. I'm sorry, but he took himself out, took everyone else out. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's a sophisticated, this is trading in the markets is a sophisticated environment. It's like flying a plane. It's like diving. It's like parachuting. Okay, it carries some risk. Yet there are skill sets that can be learned and acquired to do it successfully. However, if you want to take a vacation and go down to Jamaica and, in wherever, St. Martin, St. John's, and somebody at the pool says, hey, you want to learn how to dive? I'll teach you in the morning, and this afternoon, you will go out and we'll take you diving. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that, honey. I don't think so. Right? And we took those vacations in our 20s. There wasn't a chance in hell that I was going to go diving with Susan after just getting a little dive lesson in the pool. Now, maybe you did. Maybe you think that's okay, but I'm not doing that. And I said to Susie, if we want to go diving, when we get back, we'll get Patty certified and then we'll go diving. And we did. You want to start, pushing, selling, you want to go buy a book on candles, Steve Neeson's candles, and start trading candles. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Let me know how that works out. we know we're only going to reach a handful of people each year, and that's just fine. I'd rather do that. This tool is not for the masses.
Welcome to my morning, welcome to my day. I'm the one responsible who made it just this way. To make myself some pictures, see what they might bring. I think I made it perfectly, I wouldn't change a thing. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Welcome to my happiness, you know it makes me smile, and it pleases me to have you here for just a little while we open up the spaces and try to break some chains. Almost heaven, West Virginia, West Virginia. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
if you want us to punch in any of your markets or any of your stocks into Swing Machine on any interval, let us know. Trading really should be fun, should be relaxing.
To be so in love with you, so alone.
Quiet.
Follow me where I go, what I do, who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. It's long been on my mind, you know it's been a long, long time. I've tried to find a way that I can make you understand the way I feel about you, just how much I need you to be there where I can talk to you when there's no one else around. Follow me where I go, what I do, who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. You see, I'd like to share my life with you and show you things I've seen, places that I'm going to, places where I've been. To have you there beside me, never be alone. And all the time that you're with me, we will be at home. Follow me where I go, what I do, who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way. Take my hand and I will follow too. It's a long way from LA to Denver. It's a long time to hang in the sky. It's a long way home to Starwood and Aspen, a sweet Rocky Mountain paradise. Oh, my sweet Rocky Mountain paradise. Springtime is rolling round slowly. Gray skies are bringing me down. I can't remember when I've ever been so lonely. I forgot what it's like to be home. Can't remember what it's like to be home. But I think on my lady's sweet memories. I think on my children's sweet smiles. I think on my home, Starwood and Aspen, all my friends and the snow-covered hills. Oh, my friends are the snow-covered hills. Can I tell you I'm the happiest I see here the shadows of changes and a feeling of new friends to find. And I see here some new friends to find. But it's a long way from this place to Denver. It's a long time to hang in the sky. It's a long way home to Starwood in Aspen, the sweet Rocky Mountain paradise. Oh, my sweet Rocky I'll walk in the rain by your side. I'll cling to the warmth of your hand. I'll do anything to keep you satisfied. I'll love you more than anybody can. And the wind will whisper your name to me. Little birds will sing along in time. Leaves will bow down when you walk by, and morning bells will chime. I'll be there when you're feeling down, to kiss away the tears if you cry. I'll share with you all the happiness I found, a reflection of the love in your eyes. And I'll sing you the songs of the rainbow, a whisper of the joy that is mine. And leaves will bow down when you walk by, and morning bells will chime. I'll walk in the rain by your side. I'll cling to the warmth of your tiny hand. I'll do anything to help you understand. And I'll love you more than anybody can. And the wind will whisper your name to me. Little birds will sing along in time. Leaves will bow down when you walk by, and morning bells will chime. So you speak to me of sadness and the coming of the winter, fear that is within you now, it seems to never end, and the dreams that have escaped you, and the hope that you've forgotten. You tell me that you need me now, you want to be my friend, and you wonder where we're going, where's the rhyme, where's the reason, and it's you cannot accept. It is here we must begin to seek the wisdom of the children and the graceful way of flowers in the wind. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. Their laughter and their loveliness, the clear, cloudy day, like the music of the mountains and the colors of the rainbow. They're a promise of the future and a blessing for today. Though the cities start to crumble and the towers fall around us, the sun is slowly fading and it's colder than the sea. It is written from the desert to the mountains, they shall lead us by the hand and by the heart. They will comfort you and me in their innocence and trusting. They will teach us to be free. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. Their laughter and their loveliness were clear, cloudy day. And the song that I am singing is a prayer to non-believers. Come and stand beside us, we can find a better way. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blown his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I let you down, so many times I played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time's come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. close your eyes, I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone, about the times I won't have to say, oh, kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me, hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go, but I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go.
Now we do listen to music quite a bit during the day. I love to read as well, listen to audiobooks. But I don't know what the rules are with YouTube and the live session, so we just got a little warning. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into it. I don't think it's a copyright infraction necessarily, but a little warning. But trading should be fun, should be relaxing. Be sure to visit our site. Any questions at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock? We've got an extra hour here to give you a view. We'll need to turn down. And be sure to visit, and I hope you're getting it done with whatever it is you're doing. And we're ready when you are. The monthly memberships are unlimited. The annual memberships are limited. We will only issue so many licenses a year. You must go through the Q School. Needs to be yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Bright Cal. I have to look into it. I don't know if they send the warning, but I don't think it's what they call a copyright infraction. If it is, we wouldn't want that. But I'll have to see what that all means. Sorry. And that's actually through Amazon, which we do. So our day, I have a treadmill in the office. We're not tethered. I don't have carpal tunnel. I'm not tethered to the machine. I'm not, tethered to the mouse. Like I say, I like to listen to music. I like to listen to audiobooks. I like to read, get some exercise. You want to get up and about. You don't want to be grinding on this and grinding on charts and stuff. It's just not necessary. Just isn't. And if you go further out in time and you use options, you go in 2 or 3 weeks, you don't want to be watching. If a person is grinding and trading on the money, and if you are, right? I mean, and if you are, you're trading greed and fear, and you will lose. You will lose, and they will get you if that's what you're doing. And that's what most people do. That's what they think it is. It isn't. It isn't. I mean, you've seen, we could have been trading here. We also have to have some patience and some discipline. I'm not going to trade on a Friday afternoon. It's not necessary. Maybe it pays an extra 1,000. It doesn't, just because you're there in front of it doesn't mean that that is the time to be trading. Susan won't trade on Fed days. Susan won't trade on options expiration days. I start my trading on Sunday night. I usually don't trade on Monday mornings. And I'm trying to wrap up our trading just as early as possible, preferably by Wednesday. Almost never trade on Fridays. Friday this morning was a little unusual, but almost never trade on Friday afternoon. The last thing I want to do is bogey the last hole. Why do that? Huge advantage to be able to quit early. Yep. You've got to, and that's what we also discuss at great length, not just, it's not just trading, but the psychology of this and using the tools. There's some tremendous tools available to you to control your emotions. And why? And giving folks a chance to ask that question, why? Why do I want to do it this way? Why can't I do that? And so 3 weeks is generally, we've had folks say that it should be longer, probably should be, but that's a good time frame to to get headed in the right direction. We want to kind of lay out a buffet table of what is available to you, and then then it's your job to apply that, not mine. I'm not going to be trading for you. No, you don't want that. I wouldn't want that. I don't want somebody trading for me. I really don't. I'll let Susan do it. I'm happy, but she trades entirely different. I want to say entirely. Uses the same tools, but everyone has their own trading personality. So she has a different trading personality, and it fits. I take on a little bit more risk. Susan takes on very little risk. We don't try to change your trading personality. We try to identify, make you aware of what it is and what tools are available to you to help fit your trading personality to the market or markets. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great weekend. Have a great trading week next week. Have fun.